This morning, someone asked me if I was any good at identifying psychopaths because they figured I'd come across a fair number in prison and they knew I had a psych degree. The thing is, I think I've run across more psychopaths out here in the world than I ever did in prison. And that makes sense statistically because there are a whole lot more people out here in the world than there are in prison. So even if there's a higher incidence of psychopaths in prison, there still isn't nearly the number. The point, though, is that over 19 years in prison, I only met 5 or maybe at most 10 people who would have qualified as a psychopath. The vast majority of the people that I met were traumatized. They were struggling with mental illness. They were struggling with addiction, or they were coming out of poverty. I saw plenty of people with bad habits. I saw plenty of people with bad tempers, but very rarely did I see an actual evil person. There's one guy I can think of who just seems like he was wired wrong. Whether it was from birth or from trauma or some other experience that he had, just seems like there was something really wrong with him and that he enjoyed the suffering of other people. Both when I was a mentor in the mental health program and when I was just informally connecting with people. I talked to guys who had committed heinous crimes. I talked to guys that other people were scared of. And what I generally found was that deep down inside, they were just a damaged, scared kid who was lashing out and coping the best way they could. And I think about just how many of them wouldn't be there, wouldn't have caused harm, or wouldn't have done the things they'd done if they'd gotten the help they needed when they were younger.